Hi, writers. So today I'm going to be giving you a tip that will be really helpful when you are not only writing your fairy tales, but doing any type of writing, whether it's for an informational piece, a fairy tale, a personal narrative, or just writing sentences for any subject. And it has to do with punctuation. I notice that sometimes we all get super excited about what we are writing about and just want to get all of our ideas out, but sometimes we forget about adding punctuation, such as periods. So today I'm going to teach you a strategy to always make sure you don't forget your periods and other punctuation marks. And that strategy is called pause period. So here's the steps. It's really quite simple. So the first thing you're going to do is reread your writing with a soft voice. So that means you're going to read it out loud to yourself, but in a soft voice. So you're not screaming it out so everybody could hear. You're just reading it to yourself in your soft voice. I do this all the time. It really helps me not only look for punctuation, but it helps me think about what I'm writing and make sure it makes sense. And it really helps just to read it aloud softly to yourself. So that's the first step. Reread your writing with a soft voice. Then listen for pauses, where either you pause to take a breath or you finish a thought. At those pauses, this is step 3, that's when you're going to put a period, or maybe it's an exclamation point or a question mark, but usually it's a period. And then after you've done that, reread that new sentence that you formed and make sure it has a subject, like who or what, and a predicate, what it's about. And then, of course, you always want to make sure you have the proper capitalization and spelling. All right, so let me show you what that looks like. Again, the steps are reread your writing with a soft voice, listen for pauses. At each pause, put a period. Reread that new sentence and then make sure it has a subject and predicate. So let me show you. I have a sample here. So remember, we're not reading it in our head. We're reading it softly to ourselves. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there lived a beautiful princess named Cinderella. Oh, okay, so I kind of finished that thought there, but I don't see a period. I think I need a period. And since I put a period, we now need to capitalize afterwards. Let me reread that sentence and make sure it makes sense. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there lived a beautiful princess named Cinderella. Oh, that's so much better. She lives with her evil stepsister and stepmom. Oh, I think that's like I finished I thought there too. So I'm going to put a period and capitalize the next one. Let me reread that and make sure it makes sense. She lives with her evil stepmom and She lives with her evil stepsister and stepmom. Perfect. They were cruel and made Cinderella do all the work around the house. Pause again. Let me reread it. They were cruel and made Cinderella do all the work around the house. Perfect. Poor Cinderella never got to partake in any fun. Perfect. Finish that thought and add a period. So, writers, do you see how I had that huge long sentence because I was just so excited about my writing, but I didn't have any punctuation. So what I did was I reread it to myself in a soft voice. I listened for pauses. At each pause, I put a period, and then I reread that new sentence to make sure it had subjects and predicate and made sure I capitalized appropriately. All right, writers. So your job today is just to go back in your fairy tale and make sure your punctuation is perfect. Use this strategy. Remember, reread your writing with a soft voice. Listen for those pauses and add a period at those pauses. Once you have done that, try and finish your fairy tale today. If you did finish your fairy tale, I want you to go back, add some pictures. You can make the background. All right, and then let me know when you're done. Bye, writers.